Hey ma, yeah, just another training day. Be home before you know it. They sent a 63-ton armored vehicle to rescue a tank. But the swamp was hungrier. Sound of mud sucking, metal groaning. Then a final, deafening gulp of water. 4 sons. 4 brothers. Swallowed whole. While the world listened helplessly. 4 faces. 4 stories. 4 American soldiers who woke up for a routine mission and never came home. Meet Sergeant Jose Duenez Jr., Sergeant Edvin Franco, Private First Class Dante Taitano, and Staff Sgt Troy Knutson-Collins. Young men stationed in Lithuania, far from their families, training to protect NATO's borders. They called themselves the Dog-Faced Soldiers, a brotherhood bonded by duty and laughter. But on March 25, 2025, their armored vehicle, the massive M88 Hercules, rolled into the Pabradė training swamp and vanished without a trace. 63 tons of steel, swallowed whole by the mud. This is where their story takes a dark turn, and where the world began searching for answers. March 25th, 4:17 a.m. The Pabradė training grounds. Heavy rain had turned the swamp into a death trap. The 4 soldiers, Jose, Edvin, Dante, and Troy, were ordered to recover a stuck tank. Just another routine mission. Or so they thought. Their M88 Hercules recovery vehicle rumbled to life. 63 tons of American steel. But in these Lithuanian swamps, even that wasn't enough. As they entered the training area, something went terribly wrong. Witnesses reported hearing frantic radio calls. "We're sinking. The mud, it's swallowing us." Then silence. The vehicle had completely disappeared beneath the black water. Lithuanian troops rushed to help, but it was too late. The swamp had claimed its victims in minutes. One soldier later said, "It was like the earth just opened up and took them." By dawn, all that remained were tire marks leading into the water. No bubbles. No debris. Just an eerie calm where 4 brave men had been moments before. The official search began immediately. But as hours turned to days, hope began to fade. This was no ordinary recovery mission anymore. This was becoming a recovery of remains. Day 2. The swamp refused to give up its secrets. With the M88 Hercules buried under 15 feet of water and 6 feet of clay-like mud, rescuers faced a nightmare. How do you recover a 63-ton vehicle from a bottomless bog? The answer? An army of allies. Lithuanian troops brought excavators and gravel by the ton. Polish engineers deployed pumps to drain the swamp. U.S. Navy divers plunged into the blackness, feeling their way through zero visibility to hook cables to the submerged wreck. For 6 agonizing days, they fought the mud. A landslide nearly buried the site. Bulldozers sank. But on Sunday night, a breakthrough. Divers latched onto the M88, and the slow winching began. Sakhalin, the vehicle was pulled ashore at 4:40 a.m. But inside, only 3 of our heroes. As flag-draped stretchers carried Sergeant Duenez, Sergeant Franco, and PFC Taitano away, one question haunted everyone. Where was Staff Sgt Knutson-Collins? The search narrowed. Lithuanian police scoured the banks. U.S. engineers scanned the mud with radar. Then, on Tuesday, a final, heartbreaking discovery. Soldier, we've got him, sir. All 4 are accounted for. The cost? 200 rescuers. 6 nations. And 4 families forever shattered. April 1st, 2025. A gray dawn broke over Pabradė as the final remains were recovered. After 8 days of battling the merciless swamp, Staff Sgt Troy Knutson-Collins was coming home. A joint honor guard of U.S. and Lithuanian soldiers stood at attention as the black body bag was carefully lifted from the mud. The missing had been found, but at what cost? Sakhalin, this tragedy has shown the unbreakable bond between our nations. One by one, the fallen warriors began their final journey. At Vilnius Airport, a silent crowd watched as 4 flag-draped caskets were loaded onto a U.S. Air Force C-17. Their last flight, Operation Heavenly Deposit, would take them back to American soil, to grieving families, and to a nation demanding answers. Nori we owe it to these soldiers and their families to understand exactly what happened. At Fort Stewart, thousands gathered to say goodbye. For helmets, for rifles, for pairs of boots that would never be laced up again. The investigation continues. Was it faulty equipment, poor visibility, or simply the swamp's deadly nature? For now, these questions remain unanswered. But one truth stands clear. 4 American soldiers gave everything in service to their country, on foreign soil far from home. This tragedy leaves us with difficult questions. Should the U.S. military reconsider swamp training exercises? Were proper safety protocols followed? We want to hear your voice. Comment below. What changes would you demand to prevent future tragedies? Hit like if you believe these heroes deserve answers. Share this story to honor their sacrifice, because no soldier should ever be forgotten.